Hey guys, it's Nelsie from Lillian Fox. I am here to show you guys the releases from yesterday. So all of these will be live on our US website. Some of these will be live on our Australian website, so feel free to check those out. If you are watching on Facebook, I think either Princess or Kay will be leaving the link to these wraps down in the comments. So if you are on Facebook, you can just click that link and it will send you directly to where all of these will be. So to this whole collection. All right, we'll get started with this first one. This is Splash of Summer, and this one is a glossy finish. And we do have a lot of ombres today. So if you do like ombres, these are perfect for you. And they are not our normal ombres, so these go from left to right instead of our regular up and down ombres. So for this one, we start off with this peach going into a green, we go into a blue, into a light blue, a purple, into that peach again, green, blue, and peach. And here they are on the nails. Next, we have Taste of Happiness, and this one is a glossy finish. And for this one, we start off with a pink. We go into an orange, into a slightly darker pink, and then into a light purple, into a pink, into a peach, into a darker pink, into that light purple again. It's almost a blue. I can't tell if it's a blue or a purple. It looks purple to me, so I'm gonna say purple. Hi Marcy, thanks for joining us. Hi Lisa. All right, next we have Twilight Romance, and this one is a glossy finish. And for this one, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't show you guys the nails for Taste of Happiness. Here are the nails. Super, super pretty. Me too, Lisa. I thought it was really pretty. It's not a regular up and down ombres. It's our like more of a side to side. So I thought they were different, but really, really cute. All right, this one is Twilight Romance. And for this one, it's a little bit different than the last two. So for this one, the ombre is a little bit more diagonal and it doesn't go through the whole set. Each nail is different. So this first one over here, it starts off with a purple plum going into a dark, almost black. This one, we start off with a light peachy tone going into a very light, almost creamy off-white color. And then we have this same one with the plum and the dark, almost black. This one is more of a like purple going into a peach. This one is gray going into a light gray. And then this one, we have a purple going into, it's more of a pinky purple, like a magenta, going into a peach up here. Then we have that same gray going into the light gray right here. This one has purple going into a light gray. I'm glad you like them, Marcy. Make sure you show us how they look once you get them. And here they are on the nails. All right, now I do look to see which ones sell the most, and I saw that you guys really liked this next one. This is Pearl Perfection. And it's so, so beautiful. It is a pearlescent finish, so it does have a really pretty shimmer to it. And for this one, the ombre is kind of like all over the nail. It's kind of like a mix of colors. So we have a little bit of like dark purple, a little bit of like a light green going on. This one we have more of a purple and lighter purple and blue in there. Same thing for this one with the dark purple and green. It's more of a like, what color would that be? Like a sangria color? More of a red tone. It's really, really pretty. And here they are on the nails. So as you can see, it does have a really pretty shimmer. Hi, Holly. All right, next we have another popular one. This is Pearl of the Seas, and it is also a pearlescent finish. Now, I thought this one was stunning. I think this one might be my favorite from this whole collection. So we have two different nails going on, or two different color schemes going on. We have this first one in a dark green, and then we have this emerald kind of peeking through. And then we have this one with the purple and the light minty green. And since it is all pearlescent, it does have a really pretty shimmer to it as well. I promise you guys it looks a lot better in person than it does on the screen. But look at that. Hi Penny, thanks for all the love. All right, next we have Whimsy Purples, and this one is a glossy finish. And for this one, we just have a bunch of different purples and pinks. So we start off with a light pink, going into a darker pink, into an even darker pink, into a purple, and then it just kind of goes on until it gets to this color. And here it is on the nails. Hi Diana. Isn't it beautiful, Lisa? So pretty. All right, next we have It's Plain to See, and this one is glossy finish. And for this one, we have the same kind of idea with the ombre, but we start off with a really light blue, and then as we go down the nails, it gets to this darker, almost like a water blue. I should say it's like bluish greenish. It does have a slight green hue to it. All right, and this is what they look like on. When I was making these, I was like, you can't really see the difference when you look at them like this, but if I move this one next to the darkest one, you can see the difference. But if I leave it over here, it looks like they're all kind of the same color. Hi, Kristen. Next, we have Violet Dreams, and this one is a glossy finish. And for this one, we start off with a light pink going into a purple, and then we end up over here with a dark purple. Hi, Vilma. I had the same thoughts, Diana. They're like really pretty. They remind me of like the sea. I guess that's why it was named that way. All right, and this is what this one looks like on the nails. Next, we have Spiced Latte, and this one is a glossy finish. And for this one, I think this one is perfect for fall, although it's kind of early for fall right now, but it'll creep up on us. For this one, we start off with this beige color right here. And then as we go down the nails, we get into this orangey tan color, into this orange, and then into a brown. And here they are on the nails. Now I always only do the first 5, so I wasn't able to get any of those darker ones in there, but I still think they look really pretty. Next, we have Summer Cocktails, and I absolutely love the colors on this one. I feel like the orange and the, oh, don't mind these little air bubbles in there. All right, there we go. But I think the orange on this set just makes it pop really nice. I think it's really pretty for the summer. We start off with a purple, going into a pink, into a darker pink, into this peachy pink, purple, into that orange, back to the purple, back to the pink, into that orange, and then at the very end over here on the very small nail, we have a little bit of purple. And here they are on the nails. Next, we have Fairest of Them All, and this one is a pearlescent finish. Now for this one, we have this silver and gray ombre going on each nail. So the darker edges kind of give your nail a little bit of like depth. You'll see what I mean when I show you the nails. But since they are pearlescent, they are slightly sheer. I'll show you what I mean by that. So here is the close-up. It has a really pretty shimmer to it. I agree, Lisa. And this is what they look like. So as you can see, it makes the darker edges on the side, it gives your nails a little bit of depth. But like I said, pearlescent finishes will have a slight sheerness to them. So when I was making these, I could see a little bit of my orange color through the nail. So just keep that in mind. But they're super, super pretty. I think if you don't have anything under your nails, it'll be completely fine. It'll look just like this, but I thought you guys should know, just in case anybody was wondering. Next, we have Berry Pink, and this one is a glossy finish. And for this one, we start off with a light pink, going into a darker pink until we get to this dark berry pink over here. Now we saw one earlier that looked a lot like this one, so let's compare them. It was Whimsy Purples, I believe. This one. And yeah, I think it was that one. So at first I confused these two together, but as you can see, Whimsy Purples on top is a lot more purple. This one is a lot more pink. All right, next. Oh, I didn't show you guys the nails, did I? Let me get those. All right, here it is. Hi, Crystal. I know, I love them too. I actually just made a big order for myself last week, and now I'm thinking of buying more. All right, next we have Feel the Love, and this one is a translucent and sparse glitter finish. So for this one, we do have a regular top to bottom ombre going on, although it is translucent, so the top of the nails aren't as white as they would be on your nails. And then we go down into this really pretty pink. We do have a white heart at the base of the nail. It is fairly small, so I do think even if you have small nails, you'll still get that full heart on your nail. And then we have sparse glitter all over, so it does have a really pretty sparkle to it. So if you look at it like this, can't really see the sparkle, but you guys can see the sparkles now, can't you? Hi, Della. Thank you, Tanya. And let me show you what these look like. So again, these are translucent. So if you do like translucents, this one is super, super pretty, and it has the sparkles. So you get glitter in there as well. All right, next we have Mysteriously Victorian, and this one is a pearlescent. Oh, I'm sorry, that last one was Feel the Love. Let me just put that in there so you guys can see the name. Feel the Love. All right, now this one is Mysteriously Victorian, and this one is another pearlescent finish. Hi Beth, thanks for joining us. And for this one, we have that side to side ombre again with a dark gray, almost a black on the sides, and then down the middle we have this like silver gray color. And then we do have these very light black little details in there. There's different swirls, little flowers. Hi, Nicole. And like I said, the pearlescents are slightly translucent. I think it's just because of the material that is used when pearlescents are made. So this is what they would look like on the nails. Again, with these side to side ombres where the darker color is on the sides, it gives your nail a little bit of depth. So it's like highlighting the center of your nail. But I thought they were super, super pretty. Hi, Lori. All right, and our last one is Neon Glass. And this one is a glossy finish. Now this one is super fun. And for this one, we have this ombre on the first nail, from blue to green to yellow, back down to green and down into the blue. And then our second nail, we have this blue going into a pink, into orange, into that pink again, into that blue, and then it just goes every other nail. And then we have these black lines forming different little like triangles on the nail. Kind of reminds me of what are those called? A kaleidoscope? Is that what they're called? When you would look in there and then just move the colors around. And here is what it would look like on the nails. Really pretty for summer, I think. You should definitely get them, Nicole. They are really bright and colorful, Tanya. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope everybody has a great rest of their day. I will be back on Thursday at 1 p.m. Central Time to show you guys what we release on Wednesday night. So stay tuned for that, and don't forget to join our Facebook page, that is Lillian Fox Official, for any tips, tricks, and to show us your manis.